Hello, my name is ... and you're looking at a wall in a dark room. I'm sorry for that, but I don't want to tell my name and I don't want to show my face because I've been hunted down and abused enough, so that's not gonna happen. I want to tell about the fact that I was at Munach and Tigerens Rede, and these are two cults in Denmark that are really are cults. There's no doubt about it. Because you will, the weakest links, the weakest people, they get abused either sexually, emotionally, physically, or anything. And the thing is that everything gets covered up afterwards. They have. Especially Anne-Sophie at Tigerens Rede has the ability to take everything out of the press, take everything down from the internet, and cover up everything. But I mean, that's Denmark. If you have some kind of autonomy or something, if you're a big shot at something, if you're an architect or if you're an academic or if you just believe yourself because you're a psychopath, then you can get anywhere in Denmark. And that's exactly what Anne-Sophie and her former husband and the husband's new wife is, psychopathy. That's a big thing in cults. The leaders are mostly always psychopaths or sociopaths. And anyway, I was there because my parents placed me at Munach. I was abused in the most horrible way you could ever imagine, as if it wasn't enough before I came. But and now I've also been publicly put out or publicly shamed in newspapers and where it says I'm insane. It's almost like my dad ordered it. He probably did. I can't get it removed because I complained to something called reprcousion. It's a group, or it's a part of the state that you can complain to if you have some trouble with the newspaper somewhere. So I complained to that department in Denmark, and unfortunately, one of the juries in the portraid and the press convention, or what do you call it? He was in the law firm. That was my mother's family is the head of this law firm in Copenhagen. So it was like double. I ran into something double because it's long story, but anyways, my parents placed me in the cult on purpose. So you can imagine what kind of parents I have. But of course, so I got abused. I will go back to in which way I got abused in the cult later on, but of course they take somebody who is already half dead and they abuse them, and the purpose for that is, well, of course the leaders of both Anne-Sophie and Jørgen Højer, they get the perverse gratification out of it, because that's what psychopaths do. And they knew they could get away with it because they knew my parents and they knew I had no support at all. So I mean, that's why I stayed at Munach, and that's why I was placed there, because I tried to get away from my parents. And I didn't think that Munach was playing a doubled game, but of course they were, because of course they knew what was my deal and why I was put in this cult. They knew from the start. And they knew they could get enough good money out of me, and when they was sick of me, they could get rid of me easily, and at the same time, with everybody, you could also there's also a lot of jealousy involved, but I have no idea why would you be jealous at somebody who's half dead and seeking help to survive. I mean, and why would you abuse somebody who's already abused beyond imagination? Anyways, Munach and Tigerens Rede keeps on removing everything, and then they moving everything on the internet and in the newspapers and all the comments, and then they frame me and everybody else who stands out in public, or it's mostly me because I'm the only one who keeps. I couldn't get my article removed. They frame people for being insane, and that's me. So now I've got the whole deal. I mean, now there is no cult. There are cults. There are only one insane person who says that this is a cult. Yeah, and in Denmark, of course, we don't have any cults. There is a common consent that we have nothing dangerous in Denmark. It's nothing bad, nothing dangerous. It's such an advanced country that we would have nothing like that. I mean, oh my God, it's so backwards that it's obvious that where if you would want to have a cult, you would have it in Denmark, because you can get away with everything. Just like with everything else in Denmark. There's a common consent that we live in a justice system where everybody has their rights and everybody is equal and everybody has a chance. But it's not the truth, because that's a way for everything to be the opposite. It's a cover up. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go in too much into that, but of course, if anything, Denmark is the country with most insane cults. Yeah. And what I haven't mentioned is all my money wasn't just taken, and I wasn't just hit, and I wasn't under extreme emotional and mental abuse for many years and isolated in that. When I was there, I was also put into something like induced kundalini, where I had burning all over sensations all over my body when I came out, and couldn't remember anything about who I am, who I was. And also my throat or neck got broken because, they work with energy, and if you for a prolonged time sit and meditate in a group, you get everything gets manipulated with your energy system, gets totally fucked up. And we have chakras all over the place, or along the spine, both on the front side and on the back side. And if the chakras gets manipulated, your spine also gets manipulated. So ever since I came out of Munach, or should I say Tigerens Rede, at the last time, I've not been able to move my head from side to side, and my I lost about 60% of my hair, so I looked like some kind of bald something with no neck. Yeah, it's pretty damn insane. And I'm not the only one who tells about being put in induced Kundalini. It's happened many places, also in Diamond Way in Copenhagen, and I think Ole Nydal also has done that to a woman there, and all over people, the world, people talk. People in tantric cults tell about the leaders being able to manipulate people's energy systems to the point of killing them, and that's also what happened with me. So yeah. That's what I can say. I just I'm sorry for the screen. There's not much to see, but I wish things were different, but this is Denmark. This is everything is the opposite of what you think. But so I just think it's monstrous that you can keep on going on being on television and being on main headlines in the newspaper, and really the most academic newspapers and the most sophisticated ones, and being like selling yourself and being beautiful, and yeah, and people keep on buying it, and you can get things removed. That's just insane. They keep on getting things removed from the internet by manipulating the media and everything. They must have fingers out everywhere. It's just like my dad. I think sociopaths, I have no idea how they do it, but there must be a lot of those kind of people, because they could never operate alone. So I just don't understand how that can happen, because when somebody else besides me writes something about then it's only the people who seem the most crazy that gets their comments left in the commentary. So it looks like all the crazy people, all the people who are against those two cults, are just absolutely maniacs. So yeah, but actually, I don't know. I could imagine that they probably killed a few people up there, but nothing ever came to the light of day, because nobody, it gets removed. And then another thing is, when I put this up on YouTube, it's gonna get removed again, and I'm gonna get slaughtered. I know that, because that's what happens all the time. Because I have no connections at all, and I'm not a sociopath. In Denmark, that's how it works. You can do anything if you think and believe in yourself more than any other country in the world. You are much more able to fool everybody, just with your confidence and your lack of or your lying. It's a much better country for those kind of things. Anyways, So yeah, but I'm putting it up anyways, and then you can fucking move my things away, but I'm not gonna stop. You can, how about just killing me? I mean, I'm already dead anyways. I was dead before I came to Munach and Tigerens Rede, so why just kill me, get it over with instead of that fucking crap. I mean, you can take down all my comments, you can put other people than me in hospital and sexually molest them and all kinds of things and get away with that. I mean, yeah, it's great. It's really great. Thank you.